This morning, I came across a video titled "Short Form Video is a Trap." And honestly, I feel frustrated, not for me, but for everyone trying to figure this stuff out. Business owners are getting mixed messages everywhere. Post 3 times a day, long form builds trust, short form is dead. TikTok is over, and most of it is just noise. And the worst part, that noise is costing people time, energy, and money that they don't have to waste. So let's clear the air. I built a multi-6-figure agency almost entirely on the back of short form video. So when I hear people calling it junk food marketing or saying long form content is the only way to get real results, I can't sit here and not say anything. Because that kind of advice sounds smart, but it's completely disconnected from what's actually working right now. And I realize the irony that this video is long form. I'll get into that shortly. So in this video, I'm gonna break down some of the arguments this guy made about why long form video is supposedly better and where I think he completely missed the mark. We'll be talking about the real reason some short form videos get views but no business results, the truth about the 7-11 rule, the myth that short form video takes too much time, the massive difference in cost between short form and long form video content, why I create both types of content, and how short form video can build trust, create connection, and showcase the full version of who you are. I know a jewelry maker who has just over 12,000 followers, no flashy gear, no big marketing budget, just her hands, and a phone. She's doing $15,000 a month in sales consistently because her short form videos speak directly to her customer. No viral trends, no guesswork, just clarity and consistency. Then there's my wife. Before she ever had a big following, she was posting wedding tips for brides. And almost immediately her inbox exploded. She was getting more inquiries than any other photographer in the area. She had venues sharing her content, vendors tagging her on Instagram, and even people who didn't know her personally were forwarding her content to others. That's the power of short form content done right. It doesn't just create views, it creates momentum. So that brings me to the first point. People are getting hundreds of thousands of views and seeing no results. Their phone's not ringing, no new leads, no new sales. And honestly, this guy's not wrong. But here's the nuance no one talks about. Most of the time when a video goes viral, it's because it's entertaining, not because it's strategic. It usually has nothing to do with what your business actually does. So if you're just chasing views for the dopamine hit, you'll end up with a viral clip and an empty calendar. But that's not a short form problem. That's a content strategy problem. So what works? A mix. I call it edutainment. It's content that's built to perform and built to sell. It's engaging enough to go viral, but clear enough that someone watching knows exactly what you do and who you help. I've had videos get millions of views, like the one where I meet Gary Vee and tell him my story. But guess what? I didn't mention anything about my business once. It helped me with visibility, sure, but it didn't drive leads. The difference is being intentional. And if any part of this video is helpful, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. It helps me keep cutting through the noise for real business owners like you. So let's talk about the 7-11 rule. It states that it takes 7 hours of interaction across 11 touch points before someone is ready to make a purchase. Basically, somebody needs to spend 7 hours with your content before they'll trust or buy from you. So to reach that 7-hour mark with 30 to 60-second videos, you need to publish over 800 short form videos. And that's a shitload of work and dedication. And on top of that, someone would have to watch every single video you put out. That would take almost a year of posting 3 times per day. But I want to get to the bottom of this. Where did this rule come from? I did some digging and here's what I found. The top ranking articles that talk about this rule, they barely get any traffic, their authority scores are low, which is basically their trust score. And one of them even admits this in the article. The somewhat cryptic 7-11-4 rule was allegedly coined by Google, but after ample research, we couldn't find any mention of it. And then they say, let's shout out to Google and ask them for help. So wait, you're citing a rule from Google, but you can't prove that it ever even came from Google? My website has almost double the authority of these sites. So does that mean I could just make up marketing rules now and people will start quoting it on YouTube? Speaking of which, have you heard of the Tony rule? It clearly states that if you change your name to Tony, people will trust you more and buy from you without ever seeing any content. I could get that ranked in a fucking second. This is why checking sources matter, especially in an AI-driven world where misinformation spreads fast. Don't just repeat things that sound smart. Next is the myth that short form videos take too much time. And yeah, if you're new to it, it'll feel like a full-time job. Most experts will tell you to post 3 times a day, which sounds insane when you're already juggling client work, admin, and overseeing everything else that it takes to run a business. So let's break it down. Say it takes you an hour to make a 30-second video. Posting 3 times a day, that's 21 hours a week. Basically half of a full-time job. That's not sustainable unless you want to work 60-hour weeks. But here's what no one tells you. The more you do it, the faster it gets. Since I've been doing this for over 2 years, a short-form video takes me anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. That same 3-a-day schedule now takes me just 3.5 to 10.5 hours a week. That's a huge difference. Now, let's compare that to long-form. Scripting takes about 3 to 4 hours. Filming another 30 minutes to an hour. Editing another 3 to 4 hours. So you're really looking at 7 to 10 hours per video. And there's no guarantee that YouTube even shows it to anyone. But if you post 21 short form videos a week, your chances of reaching the right people go way up. More at-bats, more feedback, and more opportunities to get in front of your ideal customer. The truth is, both formats take time. But if your calendar isn't full, what better use of your time than promoting your business? Like Alex Hormozi says in this video.
4 hours a day is what it takes in advertising. Keep letting people know that you exist, because no one cares and they have forgotten about you already. And it's 4 hours a day of just reminding the world that you exist. And so you can do that via content, you can do it via paid ads, you can do it via outreach, it doesn't matter. But 4 hours. If you do that every day, you will never go hungry.
You should be spending 4 hours a day telling people about your business. Now, let's talk about the massive difference in cost between short form and long form content. Short form content is basically free. You've already got a phone with a camera, and apps like Instagram, TikTok, CapCut, and Edits are all free to use and edit video. You can shoot, trim, and publish without ever spending a single dime. But long form video, that's a whole different story. Here's what I'm working with. A camera, $1,700. A Canon 35mm lens, about $2,000. My lights are $115 each, and I have 2 of them. The teleprompter's $150. An iPad to run the script, at least $500. A mic plus mic stand, $340. Then you need memory cards, cables, stands, batteries. The little things add up. You also need editing software. I use Premiere Pro, which comes in at $30 a month. And don't forget the powerhouse computer you'll need to edit 4K footage. Oh, and I almost forgot. Transitions, graphics, stock music, stock photos, stock videos, sound effects, that's a whole other subscription stack. So we're easily pushing $4,000 just to get started. And that's not even counting your time. Meanwhile, you could have filmed and posted 3 short form videos from your phone by now. And again, it all comes down to strategy, not format. You don't need expensive gear to grow your business. You need content that connects. So here's why I create both types of content and how to know what's right for you. Yeah, I'm doing long form video now, and it's not because my calendar is empty. I'm doing it because every platform has its own audience, and I'm not about to put all my eggs in one basket. Now, you might be thinking, if you're posting short form content every day and dropping 2 to 3 long form videos a week, when do you actually work? You know what, that's a fair question. The truth is, thanks to a book called Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz, I've built my business to run without me being involved in the day-to-day. My role now is creating content, connecting with other experts, helping my team with strategy, and yeah, occasionally jumping in when there's a fire to put out. But here's the real reason I do it. I love making content, because with it, I can help tens of thousands of small business owners grow their businesses and cut through the noise and misinformation that's out there. No matter what kind of videos you're making, whether they're short or long, I just want to say I respect the hell out of you. Creating content is not easy, and it's not always intuitive. And let's be honest, you didn't start your business because you wanted to become a content creator. You started because you're passionate about what you do. But here you are, showing up, learning new skills, and putting yourself out there, and that's what matters. Because any organic marketing you do, even if it doesn't go viral, is building awareness. It's helping you reach the people who are actively looking for someone like you. And when you show up consistently, you stay top of mind, so when they're ready to pull the trigger, you're the first person they think of. And here's something I love about short form content specifically. Because you're posting so often, you get a chance to show a fuller version of who you are. You can talk about being a dad, your love of skiing, smoking meat on the weekends, your dogs, your life, whatever you want. And you'd be surprised. That's often what makes people trust you, relate to you, and buy from you. Because people don't buy from businesses, they buy from people. Keep showing up, keep sharing what you know, and keep being you. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.